Most writers are sabotaging their own books, and it's happening in a single avoidable scene. Whether you're writing fiction or non-fiction, this moment makes or breaks your reader's experience, and most of the time it breaks it. So in this video, I'm going to show you what the scene is, why writers mess it up, and how to fix it fast. Plus, I'll show you how we professionally fix these exact problems so your book doesn't just survive, it sells. So what is this scene I'm talking about? It's the first emotionally heavy moment in your book. In fiction, it might be a romantic confession, a violent confrontation, or a character's major decision. In non-fiction, it's often the first personal story, the why I wrote this section, or an early vulnerable insight. And here's the problem. Most writers either overdo it or they underdeliver. Too much drama too soon and it feels fake. Too little depth and readers simply don't care. For a fiction example, you might drop your character into a breakup scene in chapter 1, but we haven't even seen them connect yet, so it feels hollow. And a non-fiction example is you open with a life-changing event, but it reads like a diary entry, not something crafted to make readers really feel it. To really fix this problem, we need to understand that readers are selfish. They don't owe your book their time. If the first emotional scene fails to earn their investment, well then game over. And if you lose them here, it doesn't matter how good chapter 5 is. They'll just never get that far. This is why we obsess over this during developmental editing. You can't just be honest, you have to be intentional. If you've ever received feedback like, I just didn't connect with it, this is why. So let's fix it. Now, the first thing you need to do is anchor before emotion. So for fiction, you need to show one or two small moments that build connection before you drop that emotional bomb. And for non-fiction, you need to set context and stakes before the personal reveal. Now, the second step is to make the emotion earned. Every emotional scene needs setup, tension, context. Something has to be at risk. And then the third step is you need to edit for emotional clarity. You need to cut ambiguity, you need to highlight internal reactions, and trim anything that's going to dilute that punch. This is exactly what we do during developmental editing at Publishing Push. And if you want a professional eye on your manuscript and free initial feedback on your first few chapters so we can catch mistakes like this, well then check out the links below. It's one of the fastest ways to fix blind spots before they tank your book. Now let's talk about a hidden trap writers fall into. Even experienced writers fall for this trap. They write the emotional scene for themselves, not for the reader. It feels important, but it doesn't serve the story, or it's over-explained, or it assumes the reader already cares. In fiction, this often appears where dialogue doesn't really have real tension, and in non-fiction, it's often over-explaining your journey instead of making it relevant to the reader. These scenes don't just slow your book down, they make you look unpolished. Editors, agents, and readers spot it straight away. A bad fiction version of this would be she walked into the room and broke down crying. It reminded her of every heartbreak, and she sobbed uncontrollably. Well, there's no setup, no emotional roadmap, there's just basically a summary. A good fiction version of this would be she paused at the doorway, fingers twitching against the frame. His cologne still clung to the fabric. She wasn't ready, but she stepped in anyway. Now this, we feel it. We're in the room with her. Bad non-fiction version would be this was the lowest point in my life. And at that stage, again, we don't have any context here, so it's not gonna land. It has no punch. A much better non-fiction version would be at 3:47 a.m. I was Googling how to disappear while crying into a mug of whiskey I'd had for dinner. Specific, stakes, and a story. That is how you do it. Now here's what I want you to take away. One emotional scene can ruin your book, or it can make it so the reader just can't put it down. Fiction or non-fiction, this moment has to earn its place. And if you want help making that happen, that's exactly what our editorial team does. From developmental editing to copy editing to proofreading. So go ahead and book a free consultation using the link below, or send us your manuscript for free feedback. will help you turn a rough draft into a book readers simply can't put down. And if you love getting behind the scenes advice like this, well then join our newsletter below. Some have actually said it's the best writing newsletter in the world, and I'm not going to argue with that. So the links are down below. If this video helped you spot any weak points in your book, then drop a comment. I reply to everyone. Thanks for watching. Keep writing scenes that hit. And right now, YouTube will be recommending another one of my writing videos for you to watch next. So go ahead and enjoy that one.